Ladies and gentlemen, life is unpredictable. It has a way of testing us, pushing us to the edge, and sometimes even breaking us. But amid all the challenges, there is one thing that has the power to heal, to transform, and to uplift: gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful force that has the ability to transform our pain into strength. It is not just an emotion, but a way of thinking, a way of perceiving life that can change the way we experience even the most difficult moment. Often, when we face hardships, we focus on what we have lost, what we lack, or what has gone wrong. Our mind becomes a battlefield of what ifs and why me. We drown in self-pity, thinking that life has been unfair. But what if, instead of dwelling on the pain, we chose to focus on what we still have? What if we used gratitude as a tool to shift our perspective and transform our suffering into something meaningful? Gratitude is not about denying pain or pretending that struggles do not exist. It is about acknowledging the pain while still choosing to see the light. It is about understanding that every challenge comes with an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. Life will always throw obstacles our way, and sometimes those obstacles will leave us feeling broken. But it is in those very moments that gratitude has the power to heal. When we experience loss, failure, or disappointment, our natural reaction is to resist and fight against reality. We wish things had turned out differently, and we long for the past to be rewritten, but resistance only deepens our suffering. Instead, when we embrace gratitude, we begin to see that even in our darkest moments, there is something to be thankful for. It may be difficult at first, but with time we realize that gratitude does not erase our pain, it gives it purpose. Imagine a person who has lost everything: a job, a home, a loved one. They stand at a crossroads. One path leads to despair and bitterness, while the other leads to resilience and hope. The only difference between these two paths is perspective. If this person focuses solely on what they have lost, they will sink deeper into sorrow. But if they choose to recognize the lessons, the love that still surrounds them, and the strength they have gained from the experience, they will begin to heal. Gratitude does not change the situation, but it changes the way we respond to it. For instance, someone who has faced a severe health challenge, perhaps they have lost the ability to walk, speak, or see. Initially, the weight of such a loss feels unbearable. But over time, if they shift their mindset and begin to focus on what they still have, their mind, their loved ones, the ability to inspire others, they begin to see that life is still full of possibilities. They learn to appreciate what was once taken for granted. They start to view their challenges as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. This is the transformative power of gratitude. Gratitude teaches us that pain is not the end of the road. It is merely a chapter in our journey. Every setback holds the potential to shape us into a stronger, wiser, and more compassionate version of ourselves. Think about the people who have faced adversity and turned it into something remarkable. The artists who found their voice after experiencing heartbreak. The leaders who fought for justice despite personal struggles. The survivors who used their pain to uplift others. These individuals did not let their hardships define them. Instead, they embraced gratitude and allowed it to fuel their purpose. When we cultivate gratitude, we develop resilience. We learn to bend without breaking. Life becomes less about what happens to us and more about how we choose to respond. The power of gratitude lies in its ability to shift our focus from victimhood to empowerment. It reminds us that even in moments of despair, we are not powerless. We have the choice to find meaning, to grow, and to keep moving forward. Science also supports the healing power of gratitude. Studies have shown that individuals who practice gratitude regularly experience lower levels of stress, anxiety, and depression. Their brains become wired to seek out positivity, making them more optimistic even in challenging situations. Gratitude triggers the release of dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals that enhance our well-being. In essence, the more we practice gratitude, the more our mind and body begin to heal. But gratitude is not just about feeling better, it is about becoming better. It strengthens our relationships, deepens our empathy, and makes us more compassionate. When we appreciate the people around us, we form stronger connections. When we express gratitude for what we have, we stop comparing our lives to others. Gratitude reduces envy, bitterness, and resentment because it shifts our focus to abundance rather than scarcity. It is easy to be grateful when life is going well, but true gratitude is tested during hardship. Can we still be thankful when we face rejection, failure, or loss? Can we still find reasons to appreciate life when everything seems to be falling apart? The answer is yes. And those who embrace gratitude in such moments are the ones who emerge stronger. A great way to practice gratitude is by keeping a journal. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small. It could be a kind word from a friend, the warmth of the sun on your face, or simply the fact that you made it through another day. Over time, this practice trains your mind to focus on the positive, making it easier to find gratitude, even in difficult times. Another way to cultivate gratitude is by expressing it. Tell the people in your life that you appreciate them. Acknowledge the kindness of strangers. Instead of complaining about what you lack, focus on what you have. When gratitude becomes a habit, life begins to feel lighter and even the heaviest burdens become easier to carry. Gratitude also teaches us patience. Sometimes when we do not immediately see the results we desire, we become frustrated and lose hope. But gratitude reminds us that every experience, good or bad, is part of a bigger picture. It helps us trust the journey even when we do not understand it in the moment. Gratitude is not just a practice, it is a way of life. It is a conscious decision to see beauty in the midst of chaos, to find lessons in pain, and to recognize the strength that lies within us. When we shift our mindset from lack to abundance, from sorrow to appreciation, we unlock a power greater than any hardship we face. The next time life presents you with a challenge, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What do I still have that I can be grateful for? In that moment, you will realize that no matter how difficult the situation may be, there is always something to appreciate. Because gratitude does not just change how we see the world, it changes how we live in it. It transforms our pain into strength, our struggles into wisdom, and our hardships into stepping stones toward a better future. And that in itself is life-changing. Gratitude is not just a personal experience. It is a force that extends beyond us and touches the lives of those around us. When we embrace gratitude, it does not stay confined within us. It creates a ripple effect, spreading positivity, kindness, and hope. Just like a single drop of water creates ripples in a still pond, one act of gratitude can impact countless lives, often in ways we may not even realize. We often underestimate the power of appreciation. A simple thank you to someone who helped us, a heartfelt acknowledgement of someone's efforts, or even a smile of gratitude can make a profound difference. Imagine walking into a workplace where no one appreciates your hard work versus one where your efforts are recognized and valued. In the first environment, frustration builds and motivation dwindles. But in the second, gratitude fuels encouragement, fostering a culture of respect and collaboration. This is how gratitude spreads. It starts with one person and influences many. When we choose to focus on what we are grateful for, we also inspire others to do the same. If a leader expresses appreciation for their team, the team in turn feels valued and is more likely to extend gratitude to others. In families, when parents model gratitude, children naturally adopt the habit of appreciating what they have instead of constantly focusing on what they lack. Friendships deepen when gratitude is present because people feel seen, valued, and understood. Even in society, acts of gratitude create an environment where kindness thrives. Consider a moment in your life when someone expressed sincere gratitude toward you. Perhaps a mentor acknowledged your hard work, a friend thanked you for being there, or a stranger showed appreciation for a small act of kindness. How did it make you feel? Likely it motivated you to continue being kind, helpful, and giving. Gratitude does not just make us feel good, it strengthens relationships, fosters empathy, and encourages generosity. One of the most remarkable aspects of gratitude is its ability to transform negative emotions into positive ones. We live in a world where negativity often spreads faster than kindness. People complain more than they appreciate, criticize more than they acknowledge, and focus on problems more than solutions. But gratitude has the power to reverse this cycle. When someone expresses appreciation, it instantly shifts the atmosphere. Instead of dwelling on disappointments, gratitude redirects attention to the good. Instead of resentment, it fosters understanding. Instead of bitterness, it nurtures joy. This transformation is not just emotional, it is scientific. Studies have shown that when we express gratitude, our brain releases dopamine and serotonin, chemicals that enhance happiness and reduce stress. When gratitude becomes a habit, our brain rewires itself to focus more on the positive aspects of life. Over time, this shift influences our interactions with others, making us more compassionate, patient, and understanding. Another profound way gratitude creates a ripple effect is through its impact on mental health. In today's fast-paced world, anxiety and stress are common. People feel overwhelmed by responsibilities, social pressures, and uncertainties. But practicing gratitude acts as a natural antidote. When we consciously count our blessings, our mind becomes less consumed by worries and more attuned to the present moment. The beauty of this shift is that it does not just benefit us, it influences those we interact with. A person who practices gratitude exudes calmness and positivity, making their presence uplifting for others. Gratitude can significantly improve the environment. Employees who feel appreciated by their managers tend to be more engaged, motivated, and productive. Teams that celebrate small wins instead of only focusing on setbacks develop a sense of unity and purpose. A culture of gratitude reduces workplace stress, increases job satisfaction, and strengthens professional relationships. When leaders make a habit of recognizing contributions, they set a tone for the entire organization, encouraging employees to appreciate and support one another. Gratitude strengthens bond. A home filled with appreciation becomes a space of warmth and security. When parents express gratitude for their children's efforts, children feel encouraged and valued. When spouses acknowledge each other's contributions, relationships flourish. Even in moments of conflict, gratitude has the power to shift perspectives. Instead of focusing on faults, appreciation highlights the positive aspects of a relationship. A family that regularly practices gratitude fosters a supportive and loving environment where everyone feels heard and respected. Gratitude also plays a powerful role in healing relationships. Many misunderstandings arise from feeling unappreciated. A simple act of gratitude, acknowledging someone's effort, expressing thanks for their presence, or recognizing their value can mend broken connections. People long to feel valued, and gratitude fulfills that need. Even when we have disagreements, expressing appreciation can serve as a bridge, reminding both parties of the good that exists in the relationship. Beyond personal connections, gratitude has a profound impact on society. When communities foster a culture of appreciation, social bonds strengthen. Volunteers feel motivated when their efforts are acknowledged. Teachers who are appreciated by students and parents find renewed passion in their work. Healthcare workers who receive gratitude from patients and families feel a deeper sense of purpose. Acts of appreciation, whether big or small, create a chain reaction, inspiring more people to contribute positively to society. One of the most inspiring aspects of gratitude is how it spreads. Even in adversity, the countless stories of people who, despite facing immense hardships, chose gratitude, and in doing so, uplifted others. Consider individuals who have endured personal losses but continue to find reasons to be thankful. Their resilience and appreciation for life inspire those around them. When we see someone expressing gratitude despite their struggles, it reminds us of the strength within us. Their example encourages us to look beyond our own difficulties and focus on the blessings we may have overlooked. Gratitude also inspires acts of kindness. When we feel grateful, we naturally want to give back, whether through words, actions, or gestures. Gratitude motivates us to spread positivity. A person who appreciates kindness is more likely to extend kindness. Someone who feels valued is more likely to make others feel valued. In this way, gratitude becomes a continuous cycle of giving and receiving. Perhaps the most beautiful thing about gratitude is that it does not require anything external, unlike material wealth or success. Gratitude is a choice available to everyone, regardless of circumstances. It is not about having everything, but about recognizing the value of what we already have. The more we practice gratitude, the more we realize that happiness does not come from acquiring more, but from appreciating what is already present. We must make gratitude a daily practice. Simple habits like expressing appreciation to loved ones, keeping a gratitude journal, or even taking a moment to reflect on what we are thankful for can make a significant difference. The key is consistency. Gratitude is not a one-time act, but a way of living. When gratitude becomes a habit, it transforms not just individuals, but entire communities. It turns workplaces into spaces of encouragement, families into sources of love, and society into a place of kindness. The world does not need more criticism, complaints, or resentment. It needs more gratitude. And the best part? It starts with us. One act, one word, one moment of appreciation can create ripples that reach far beyond what we can see. Let us choose gratitude, not just for ourselves, but for the world around us. Because when we embrace gratitude, we do not just change our own lives. We change the lives of others, creating a world where appreciation, kindness, and hope flourish. And that in itself is life-changing. Gratitude is more than just a fleeting feeling. It is a way of life, a conscious choice that transforms the way we experience the world. It has the power to heal our pain, to turn our struggles into strength, and to create ripples of kindness that extend far beyond ourselves. When we choose gratitude, we shift our focus from what is missing to what is present, from resentment to appreciation, from despair to hope. Life will always present challenges, but gratitude allows us to see them as opportunities for growth rather than barriers. It reminds us that even in the darkest moments, there is always something to be thankful for, a lesson, a connection, a new beginning. More importantly, gratitude is contagious. It strengthens relationships, uplifts communities, and inspires acts of kindness that create a better world for all. As we move forward, let us embrace gratitude, not just in moments of joy, but in times of hardship. Let us express appreciation for those around us, for the lessons life teaches us, and for the simple yet profound gifts we often take for granted. Because when we cultivate gratitude, we do not just change our own lives, we inspire a world filled with more love, compassion, and hope. And that, in itself, is life-changing.